One of the top head coaching candidates decided to pull his name out of the ring Tuesday. Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson informed the Seahawks and Commanders that he'll be staying in Detroit, according to NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero. Seattle and Washington are the only two remaining teams still in search of a new head coach, and we're expected to meet with Johnson this week. This marks the second year in a row the Lions OC was considered a top head coaching candidate and made the same decision to stay in the Motor City. Elsewhere, the Steelers hired former Falcons head coach Arthur Smith to become their new offensive coordinator. The Steelers' offense was 28th in points scored in 2023, while Smith's Falcons were 26th. And former Chargers head coach Brandon Staley is meeting with the Rams today for their defensive coordinator vacancy. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure that you'll get your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
And Jackson Hewitt also guarantees the accuracy of your return for life.
Hewitt!
So don't just sit there. For your biggest refund guaranteed, walk into a Jackson Hewitt today and dance out Jackson Hewitt!
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Well, happy Wednesday to you, the 31st day of January, 2024, the last day. Got anything you need to do in January, Gene? You better get it done today.
Yep, or you'll have to repeat or do something different.
Yes. If you procrastinate, it will move into February. But this year, you get an extra day in February.
Yeah. Figure out which day that is.
Yeah, pick one, anyone. Okay, heads up. An emergency sewer repair means that Ayton Road is closed for eastbound traffic at Crossroad. Again, that's eastbound on Ayton Road from Crossroad. There are detours marked, so drive with care. And you may just want to find an alternate route.
I was going to say, just make it easy.
Yeah. Find a different way to get to work.
Take a couple of extra minutes and you'll get there.
Yeah. Okay. Safe and sound.
Promise.
Okay. Well, Super Bowl 58, not this weekend, coming up February 11th on AM 1230. But ticket listings for Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas are currently the most expensive they have ever been for any Super Bowl. As of Monday, the average ticket price on TickPick was, you ready?
I'm ready.
$9,815.
The average price.
Yeah. So to me, it kind of looks like Taylor Swift will be the only person who can actually afford to go to the Super Bowl.
More truth to that than probably PCI. Wow.
Anyway, that's ridiculous.
It's a family sport.
Oh, yes. No. Anymore, Major League Baseball, and I'm a baseball fan, you know that, NFL football, college football even, it's not a sport, it's a business. And that just kind of ruins it.
Yeah.
It's all, what's the betting line, okay? I don't know, I don't care, but that's what keeps people interested in spending the money.
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah, you want to take a family of four to the Super Bowl? At $9,800 a ticket, you're looking at $20,000 by the time you're done.
Yeah, and heck, you ought to see what the average price on beer and hot dogs.
That's what I mean. Yep, and try and get a room in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I've heard that you go to Searchlight.
Okay, well, you might be better off in Blythe. Okay, how about some birthdays?
All right, how about some birthdays?
Okay, composer Philip Glass is 87. Actor Jonathan Banks, 77. Actor Glenn Thurman is 77. Harry Wayne Casey is 73. Who is he? He is Casey of Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah, still traveling.
Yep. Actor Anthony LaPaglia is 65. Actor Kelly Lynch, 65. Actor Paulette Braxton, 59. Actor Minnie Driver, 54. Actor Portia de Rossi is 51. Comedian Bobby Moynihan is 47. Actor Kerry Washington, 47. Singer Justin Timberlake, 43. Actor Tyler Ritter, 39. Actor Joel McCourtney is 38. Local birthdays coming up.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. In their car, at home, or on the job, more than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Monica Noden, Angel Orozco, Dayton Wood, Elena Williams, Tony Valadez, Ernie Avila, Gabriel Sanchez, Annalisa Cortez, Jerry Morgia, Kathy Ray, Leroy Hill, Martha Ramirez, Elena Weimer, Norma Moreno, Sandra Plunkett, Tiffany Leva, Gloria Granillo, Tony Villoria, and Ian Parra. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, when we get to the weather forecast, we are looking at, according to the Weather Service, a 90% chance of precipitation tomorrow, and it could be substantial. So make ready today, okay? Yeah. Just be ready, and it'll clear for the weekend, and then more moving in Sunday night into Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, so just a heads up, be prepared. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's something new. Do you like ice cream?
Ice cream. Yes.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. There's an ice cream made with Maker's Mark whiskey that's supposed to treat symptoms of the flu. Whoopee! Yeah.
I guess it's the brain freeze, probably.
I guess, and made with Maker's Mark, it'll treat the flu, also symptoms of your boss, nagging wife, and ungrateful, disrespectful kids, right?
Yes, and it's a great breath mint.
I suppose. Okay. We're ready for news, so we're going to jump in and start off with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, they are your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News Brief. Social media CEOs getting their comeuppance at a Senate Judiciary Committee right now, delving into the dangers to children. Illinois Democrat Dick Durbin.
Coincidentally, several of these companies implemented common sense child safety improvements within the last week, days before their CEOs would have to justify their lack of action before this committee.
A House committee took first steps toward charges against a Biden administration official over the immigration crisis. Chairman Mark Green.
The actions and decisions of Secretary Mayorkas have left us with no other option than to proceed with articles of impeachment.
They are not expected to be approved in the Senate. Vladimir Putin claims Ukraine used a U.S.-supplied Patriot air defense system to shoot down a Russian military transport plane last week. Moscow claims more than 60 Ukrainian POWs were among the 74 people killed. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: emergency lockdown Tuesday after a shooting on the campus of Sacramento's Grand Union High School. A male student shot in the parking lot.
That student was quickly transported to an area hospital. He sustained a
gunshot wound, non-life-threatening, non-critical, to his arm.
Sergeant Carlos Martinez says there was never an active shooter situation. Authorities alerted by the shot spotter system will lead up to the shooting still unclear. Another storm system moving into the state, bringing moisture to the northern region today. Southern California tomorrow won't be as powerful as last week, but still concerns in the San Diego area where 1 to 3 inches of rain could fall.
The rain we saw January 22nd in San Diego was double these rates, though. Not the totals necessarily, but the rates. So we saw 1.5 inches to 2 inches per hour in San Diego.
Alex Tardy with the Weather Service. Legendary Beach Boys musician Brian Wilson mourning the death of his wife of nearly 30 years, announcing on Instagram that Belinda Ledbetter Wilson died at their Los Angeles home Tuesday. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
That was another way. I would smoke once an hour. That didn't work either. All that would happen at some point of the day, I would end up doubling up. Other ways that I tried to quit was I stopped buying cigarettes totally. But if I took 3 puffs off of 15 friends, those didn't count because they weren't my cigarettes and they weren't full cigarettes. I went through a lot.
Every attempt is part of your story to quit for good. Visit Kick It California today at kickitca.org.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure that you'll get your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
And Jackson Hewitt also guarantees the accuracy of your return for life.
Hewitt!
So don't just sit there. For your biggest refund guaranteed, walk into a Jackson Hewitt today and dance out Jackson Hewitt!
It is page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, 2 arrested for assault. George Gale explains.
On Saturday, Kxo officers responded to a local business after a report of a shoplifter possibly armed with a rifle. Employees at the business had detained the man, but released him after noticing a gun in his waistband. The suspect fled the store with another individual. Officers looked at surveillance video from the business and confirmed the man was indeed armed. A short time later, there was a report of a man with a gun near a playground. Officers located the suspects from the shoplifting incident, and after a short standoff, the 2 surrendered. Officers were able to locate an AR-15 style rifle concealed by one of the individuals. Arresting officers also noticed bloodstains on their clothing. The pair were then linked to an earlier shooting in El Centro in which an 18-year-old man was shot in the leg. One of the suspects was identified as Mauricio Julian Mondragon, 18 years of age, out of El Centro. The other individual was identified as a 17-year-old Brawley resident. Both were charged with assault with a deadly weapon. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Color Fest charity fun run is coming up. It's hosted by the City of Imperial. This will be their Parks and Recreation Department as they will organize the event. It'll be held on Saturday, February the 17th from 4 till 8 p.m. Participants can run with their pets and support the Humane Society of Imperial County. Who will benefit from this year's proceeds? There will be vendors, live entertainment, and a beer garden. The event will be held at Deputy Anthony Redondo Memorial Park. Entry is free for the Color Run participants. Donations are encouraged for items on the Humane Society's wish list. Applications to participate are available at the parks at cityofimperial.org or mail to parks at cityofimperial.org. You can also contact the City of Imperial. KXO News Time coming up to 7:43.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
Sad story. The Yuma County Sheriff's Department covers another Yuma fatal accident. Here's more on that story.
The accident occurred at about 4:15 Monday afternoon in the desert near the Fortuna mine. Yuma County Sheriff's Office initial investigation revealed a 2021 Polaris Razor was westbound on an unmarked trail when it struck an embankment and rolled over. Passenger in the Razor was ejected and suffered fatal injuries. Authorities identified the passenger as 58-year-old Michael Paul of North Dakota. The incident remains under investigation. For KXL Local News, I'm George Gale.
And that does it for this edition of Local News. Stay with us, though, for Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley, at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. And don't forget about the mobile service vans. They go where you are at no additional cost. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch. What a great place to visit. I recommend you visit the Peanut Patch and enjoy. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 till 5 Yuma time. And the store carries so many homemade, delicious chocolates, English toffee, pecan turtles, so many great things. Yeah, so much more than peanuts. The Peanut Patch. You get there by going to Yuma. Take Avenue 3E and go past MCAS Yuma until you come to East County 13th Street, turn left, and go for about another 1.5 miles, and you're at the Peanut Patch. The Peanut Patch. You know, they're so big, they even have their own post office. They'll ship anywhere in the universe from the Peanut Patch. It's a great way to spend a day, a Saturday or any day, a quick getaway that you will enjoy. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in the Valley. And daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, plus happy hour, 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. daily.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, the new healthcare district meeting will be held this Friday. George Gale filed this story.
The meeting will be held in the El Centro City Council chambers starting at 6 p.m. Friday. The new board of directors of the Imperial Valley Healthcare District will be administered the oath of office by the Honorable William D. Kwan, judge of the Superior Court of the County of Imperial. The appointed directors taking the oath will be Rodolfo Valdez of the Heffernan Memorial Healthcare District, Laura Goodsell of the City of Hopeville, and Nola Burker of the Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, Donald W. Medard Jr. of the Quashan Indian Tribe, Arturo Proctor of the City of El Centro, and Catherine Burnworth of the City of Imperial. County Board of Supervisors has still not appointed a board member to that healthcare district. They will select the healthcare district. The new healthcare district will select a president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer of the new healthcare district, and they will select the next meeting date for the new board. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to the KXO website. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Stone of Hope Award recipients were honored over the weekend. The dinner ceremony was held at La Resaca Event Center. The 12 outstanding residents have been recognized by the County Board of Supervisors. That was last week. The Imperial Valley Social Justice Committee chose 12 outstanding Imperial Valley residents by presenting them with the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Stone of Hope Award. This year's recipients are Reverend Gregory Brown, Juan Ulloa, Juan Rodello, Barry Bean Smith, Susana Salgado, Maria Isabel Serrano, Luis Castro, Erica Aguilar, Marlene Lavender Swengen, Daniela Vega, Anthony Aravalo, and Maxine Cannon. The keynote speaker at the event was Jessica Manriquez Jewell, Executive Director of the California Rural Legal Assistance. Marlene Thomas, the CEO of the Imperial Valley Social Justice Committee, says the awards are a celebration honoring the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and it is also recognizing the contributions of the community. And finally, ART is again offering free tax preparation. Here's more on that story.
It starts February 6th. They have been offering the services for years. This year, it will be at a new location. They will set up at the old post office pavilion at 230 South 5th Street in El Centro. And ARP Tax Aid will serve low to moderate income individuals of all ages, no fee, and ARP membership is not required. You must, however, set up an appointment by calling 760-353-2801. You should bring a W-2, 1099 property tax records, and prior year tax returns. They will be open Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. With tons of TVs, we've got you covered for any sport you want to watch. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says the unseasonably warm temperatures will last through today before a cold front and rain moves through the area late this evening into Friday. Below normal high temperatures are then expected for Friday through the weekend with lingering shower activity. After a brief period of drier conditions later this weekend into Monday, yet another weather system is expected to bring widespread rainfall to the region during the middle of next week. 78 our high yesterday, 48 the overnight low. Mostly sunny today with a high near 76. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Increasing clouds tonight with a low around 51. North-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast after midnight. A 30% chance of showers after 4 a.m. Tomorrow, showers mainly between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Look for a high near 62. South-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest in the afternoon. We have a 90% chance of precipitation tomorrow. Into Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low around 49. West winds 5 to 15, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. A 30% chance of showers before 10 p.m. Thursday. We have 52 degrees, 71% relative humidity, wind out of the south at 3 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, and the weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Let's face it, eating healthy can be somewhat unhealthy on your bank account, but not at your local grocery outlet. Here we have hundreds of items we like to call NOSH, natural, organic, specialty, and healthy. Look for the NOSH sign and you'll find amazing deals on gluten-free, all-natural, and all-organic foods. You'll find great deals on plant-based foods as well. Stop by your neighborhood grocery outlet today and get your health and bank account back on the right track.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Let's take a look at NBA action. The Hawks hammered the Lakers 138-122. Celtics beat the Pacers 129-124. Knicks beat the Jazz 118-103. Raptors with 118 points top the Bulls. They only scored 107. And the Warriors whipped the 76ers 119-107. In college hoops, the Aztecs. Come on, guys. The Aztecs lost to number 24 rated Colorado State, 79-71 in Fort Collins.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And taking a look at other sports, John Angelos has agreed to sell the Baltimore Orioles to a group led by the Carlyle Group Incorporated. The transaction reportedly values the Orioles at $1.725 billion. And Saudi Arabia's ambassador to the U.S. said Hall of Famers Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova relied on outdated stereotypes and Western-centric views of our culture in urging the women's tennis tour to avoid holding its season-ending tournament in the kingdom. These champions have turned their back on the very same women they have inspired, and it is beyond disappointing, Princess Rima bint Bandar Al Saud wrote yesterday. Don't forget Super Bowl. No, not this week. It'll be February 11th, the Super Bowl on AM 1230 KXO. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps South Network, working together to provide you the best care. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. A Delaware state court judge has thrown out the 2018 pay package that helped to make Tesla CEO Elon Musk one of the richest people in the world. Delaware Chancery Court Chancellor Kathleen McCormick, who oversaw the bench trial that concluded in November 2022, ruled yesterday that Musk and the Tesla board bore the burden of proving that the compensation plan was fair, and they failed to meet their burden. Musk, as part of his package, would have gotten somewhere in the neighborhood of $55 billion. Poor guy's going broke. I think perhaps we ought to start a GoFundMe page for Elon Musk to get him his money and maybe some common sense. Helena Helmerson stepped down yesterday as chief executive of H&M, bringing an abrupt end to her 4-year tenure and triggering a surprise change in leadership at one of the world's largest fashion retailers. H&M's operating profit margin fell to 7.2% in the fourth quarter of its financial year, from 7.8% in the previous quarter. Sales increased, but dropped in the last 2 months. The big board looking for direction right now. The Dow up 26 points at 38,493. The S&P 500 off 45 points at 4880. And the NASDAQ down 252 points at 15,258. The price of gold up $21.30 an ounce. Oil down $1.76 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high near 76, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Tonight, a 30% chance of showers after 4 a.m. Look for a low around 51, north-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast after midnight. Tomorrow, look for showers, mainly between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. A high near 62. South-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest in the afternoon. There is a 90% chance of precipitation. 54 degrees, 66% relative humidity, the wind calm. Financial news brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro. Traffic advisory. Ayton Road closed for eastbound traffic at Crossroad for emergency sewer repairs. That's Ayton, closed for eastbound traffic at Crossroad. That's in Imperial.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO, El Centro, the Imperial Valley.
Hour by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
On Capitol Hill this hour on the dangers to children who use their platforms. A disturbing new report says one of the companies decided against new safety measures. Correspondent Cammie McCormick has our top story.
The New York Times is reporting that internal documents show Meta, which owns Instagram and Facebook, rejected calls to improve safety, refusing to beef up staffing, among other things, though company executives have said they prioritize the well-being of young users. Meta's chief, Mark Zuckerberg, is expected to testify today. This will be his 8th appearance before Congress.
We've just heard from Vladimir Putin on the military transport plane that crashed near the Ukraine border last week. The Russian president claims it was hit with missiles fired from a U.S.-supplied Patriot air defense system. Moscow claims 65 Ukrainian soldiers on their way to a prisoner exchange were among the dead. Ukraine has neither confirmed nor denied it was involved in the crash. It's demanded proof of who is on board. Israel confirms it's been flooding Hamas tunnels in the Gaza Strip with seawater. Reporter Linda Gradstein from Jerusalem.
In a statement, the army said it has developed tools for injecting high-flow water into Hamas tunnels in Gaza. Hamas spokesman Osama Hamdan.
Those tunnels were built by well-trained and educated engineers, and they have considered any kind of attacks may happen by the Israelis, including bombing water.
A GOP-led House committee approved 2 articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas early this morning over the crisis at the southern border. California Democrat Pete Aguilar calls it a sham.
We should talk about what we stand for, what we believe, what will meaningfully help and improve the border.
The Senate is not expected to convict Mayorkas if the articles pass in the House. They're bracing for heavy rain and snow from San Francisco down to L.A. CBS meteorologist David Parkinson.
There's an atmospheric river, an area of water in the sky that is going to rain down over California beginning this afternoon and stretching likely into next week.
The Sierra Nevada mountains could get up to 6 feet of snow. Most admired companies in the world this year?
We do have one more thing.
Apple, led by CEO Tim Cook, tops Fortune's ranking. Microsoft is number 2, Amazon third. Notable, artificial intelligence computing company NVIDIA. It's jumped to number 10. Dow up 21. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The venue's set. Families coming in from all over. It's our quinceañera. With all the excitement, it may be easy to overlook COVID-19. It's still a risk, and that's why it's muy importante to get this season's COVID-19 shot ahead of time. It helps protect against COVID-19, which can cause severe illness and hospitalization. So let's set the date, vaccinate, and celebrate. Learn about a vaccine option and book this season's updated COVID-19 shot today at schedulecovidvax.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste, so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
A sad mystery solved in the Midwest.
There's a search for answers in Wichita, Kansas, where fire officials found the burned bronze remnants of a statue of baseball legend Jackie Robinson that was stolen last week from a public park. Spokesman Andrew Ford says it was spotted when firefighters went to a trash can ablaze.
Shortly after extinguishing the fire department saw what appeared to be pieces of the Jackie Robinson statue.
It's not clear if it was racially motivated. The local prosecutor's office vows action.
We will be arresting several people for what they've done to our community.
A fundraising effort's underway to replace the statue. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Joni Mitchell's not stopping with the Grammys. Rose and flows. The 80-year-old singer will hold her first concert in L.A. in 24 years at the Hollywood Bowl in October. She'll perform at the Grammy Awards Sunday. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
My name is Sarah Griffin, and I'm the Executive Director of the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As a monthly donor, you can help the Imperial Valley Food Bank purchase food in bulk to meet the growing needs of the more than 25,000 people we serve each month at over 30 locations. Even small monthly gifts can go a long way in helping fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley. Please consider giving monthly by donating online at www.ivfoodbank.org.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Go ahead and contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I have no words for it. I'm kind of shocked right now, actually.
With Carroll Buckley.
Not that I like it, but I do.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230